what really forced our hand was I did some things to the computer over the off season to clean it up and just make sure I wasn't going to have any issues for Daytona. And inadvertently, we tweaked something in the graphics settings to where I could only see 11 cars in the track at one time. So when I'm all the way in the back sitting in 38th, I can't see anything in front of like 26th or 27th at that point. And when the cars are popping onto the screen as I get closer to the pack, I just see puffs of smoke. So at that point, I'm like, well, I can't see what's happening up front anyway, so if we're going to wreck, I guess I'd rather see the wreck I'm running into than be all the way in the back like I am and have absolutely no clue what's going on. So because of that, we made our way to the front and we started positioning ourselves to get to the end of the race and be in a good spot there on the last green flag run. And I don't think we would have done that if it weren't for the graphics issues. I think from a preparation standpoint, everything is still status quo for us. We're still going to put in just as much effort. We're still going to put the time in to find speed to run up front. But I think for us and our team personally, setting ourselves apart from Brad and the rest of the guys we work with, I think we can go out on a limb a little bit more with maybe some things we do to the setup before the race, maybe some things that aren't tried and proven, that are more experimental. We can run that, and if it works out, great, that's an added bonus at that point. But if it doesn't work out and we have a mediocre run because of it, it's not going to cripple us, and it's not going to put us in that bad a spot where we would need to point our way in or do something extra special the next race to make up for it. Outside of the iRacing stuff, I lead a pretty simple, somewhat boring life, but I'm happy with it and I'm content with it. So what I do when I'm not iRacing is I am a parts specialist for Hendrick BMW down here in Charlotte. I've worked for Hendrick for almost 5 years now. As soon as I got down here from Jersey back in 2016, I immediately applied to the Hendrick Automotive Group because I'd always followed the motorsports division in NASCAR and knew how great of a company it was. So I wanted to work there and move myself up and make a career out of it, which I've done. And I've had many different roles over the years. I've worked in a business development center as a trainer and then a manager. I've been a service advisor for BMW, and now I'm in parts, which I'm pretty happy with. It's a good gig, but it's definitely it's taxing hours wise. I work about 45-46 hours a week with my day job. We're dealing with customers all day. We're dealing with cars. We're dealing with problem cases. So it's not a job where I just sit there and mindlessly do things for 8-9 hours. I mean, it's always thinking, always problem solving. So it's definitely stressful, but I think any job is really. It's just adulting. It's how it goes. But it definitely makes it harder to focus on the NASCAR stuff because I'm putting in so much time into my day job. And I've always, even since I started in 2012, I've always had to split my time between sim racing and either school or work. I've never been able to solely focus on sim racing. And I've always wondered how that would affect my performance if I could just focus on sim racing. But on the flip side, sometimes I find that going to work and getting my mind off of racing actually allows me to do better when I get back on the computer and try to put my head down and make the car faster or get better at a track or things like that. So definitely a very busy life, not too much free time at this point, especially since we're full swing with the racing season, but definitely happy with where I'm at.
Hi, I'm Michael Conti, driver of the number 5 4Front Chevy, and you're watching iRacing Live.
Don't put the mic down.
Don't drop it.
That was perfect.
That was excellent until the end.
Everything I make, gon' be great.